What is up, everybody? Nico Lind here again, and as you can see, I'm actually at the spot that used to be the Tipsy Seagull. Absolutely nothing has changed here, sadly, but fingers crossed there's some good news here coming soon. But I actually just dropped my wife off at the airport to go back to Bolivia. She has an interesting immigration situation, and so I'm not going to see her for another month or so. So it's been a rough morning, but I want to get going with my day to try to get my mind off of it. And so I'm going to take all of y'all along with me and show you what it's like living a day at Treasure Cay and a day in the Abacos. I think today we're going up to Manjack to see the sharks and stingrays. So I'm going to take you guys along with me and kind of show you how all that works and what it's like, you know, living over here and what a typical day is. Stick along and let's go ahead and get to it. I'm going to go take the golf cart back to the garage, grab the little boat, and run over to Guana, where I'm actually meeting a client on his boat. So I'll see y'all in a second. With the bar all destroyed and no one around, I can just drive the golf cart straight up the sidewalk onto what used to be the dining area. This is the golf cart ride over from the Tipsy Seagull Marina area over to the Bahama Beach Club, which is where we have our place, and so our golf cart garage is over there. I'm going to let this entire thing play through so y'all can see kind of a little bit of Treasure and where things stand. The video is sped up 2x speed, so you don't have to sit here and watch 30 minutes of me driving down the road. Close and lock up the garage. We are out on the boat now, not the Bahama. This is actually a client's boat that I have over here that he's letting me use. It's a 26 Scout, super nice boat. Put 2 new Garmin's on it. It's got a big JL sound system, forward seating, 2 big subs, twin 150 Yamahas. The boat's actually for sale if anyone wants this a little boat to run around with over here in the Abacos or on Treasure. But I'm about to get up on plane, head over to Guana. I'll take y'all along. Should be a beautiful run. The weather is perfect this morning. It is an absolutely perfect day out today. You can see Windward Beach here as I'm coming out of the marina. This is a perfect day running through some shallow water where I can see everything on the bottom. I made it over to Orchid Bay on Great Guana Cay, where my client is keeping his boat. This was his first time over to the Abacos, so I'm running around with him, leading him around in the Scout, kind of showing him the Abacos and where to go and how to read the water. That's his boat, the 50-foot Ozima, a great entertaining boat for running around islands over here in the Abacos. We got the big boat pulled out of her slip. Now I'm gonna go jump on the Scout so I can go lead him to our destination. Untie my lazy middle spring line. Untie the stern line. Untie the bow line. Jump on board and get the motor started up. My client was waiting for me to get out in the Scout and lead the way. As I said, he had never been over here before, and the Abacos can be a little bit treacherous to navigate in with sandbars and whatnot, so he is following me as I lead the way since I am very familiar with these waters. As I mentioned earlier, it was a perfect day out, and you can see the glass calm conditions. You can see my client following me from a distance in the Azimuth. That boat's not the fastest boat in the world. It's really an 18 to 19 knot cruise boat only, so I was having to constantly pull it back, wait for him to catch up, get back up and run a little bit, pull it back, wait for him to catch up, and just keep doing that till we got over to Manjack. The water is absolutely perfect today, as you can see from this video I took from an Instagram story. It's not stirred up, it's flat, it's clear, just a overall perfect day. A little shark came by to say hi. And then we got the big boat all anchored up, and we tied the Scout to that boat to run people to and from the beach. You can see that this anchorage is one of the most picturesque anchorages in the world. It's all the different shades of blue and green, and it's just perfect. Here is another view of the anchorage facing the other way, so you can see what the beach looks like and how perfect it is. On the right side of the beach there is where you go to feed the sharks and the stingrays. The beach in this anchorage is beautiful, and as you're about to see, you can actually feed little sharks and stingrays in this anchorage. You bring food and they know the sound of an outboard motor, and when one pulls up, they swarm. You can see here, that's a CV that someone pulled up while we were there, and you can see the swarms of stingrays around it. You can see a couple little sharks. You just bring some cut bait and chunk it in the water, and then they all swarm. You can feed the stingrays by hand. You can do the sharks by hand too, but I wouldn't recommend it. You can see here just how many there are. That's our little dinghy that we came in on to get from the Azimuth to the beach. I decided not to use a Scout because some of the people in the party were a little bit scared to get in the water, and with the Scout we would have had to swim in. I did walk down to the other end of the beach just to get this video and show you how gorgeous it is. Next, we got the big boat unanchored so we can continue on to our next destination, which is the Treasure Cay beach. I am back to leading the big boat as we head back the direction we came from to go anchor out off of the Treasure Cay beach. We got the big boat all anchored up behind the Bahamas Beach Club at the Treasure Cay beach. Surprisingly, we had no depth restrictions whatsoever. It was plenty deep back there, and we decided to get up and get some lunch. These are just some drone videos that I took on a prior trip of the Bahamas Beach Club. I didn't get in any that day, but I still wanted to show you guys how awesome and beautiful the Bahamas Beach Club is. This is actually where my family owns our condo there, and I can't recommend it enough. If anyone ever wants to go to Treasure, you have to stay at the Bahamas Beach Club. I'm actually crossing the big Azimuth back with that client tomorrow, and so I dropped this 26 Scout, my other client's boat, back off where it belongs so that the workers there can put it back on the trailer and bring it back to his property. I then walked back to the Bahamas Beach Club where I met the rest of our party to grab some lunch. And then finally, I drove the big boat back to Guana for my client. It was a little bit rough getting out of the Whale Key Channel, so we asked if I would do it for him, just, because I have experience doing it. Beautiful evening. Could not have asked for a better day. We got back to Orchid Bay and got the big boat all clean and tied up and ready to go. You can see that this boat has a super awesome underwater light system on it. It's got 7 Lumishore lights. It lights up the marina like there's no tomorrow. And finally, at the end of an awesome day, I close it out with a little drink, a little gin and ginger ale with some lime juice.